This is Mimi Francis with the Francis Home Team coming to you with the second in our 4-part video series about getting ready, laying out the path to home ownership for home buyers. In the first section, we talked a little about that very important and frequently overlooked getting ready step. Really important to get ready to become a home buyer. Today I'd like to speak with you about the second step, which is finding the home for your family. The second step could begin just when the first step left off. So if we just met with you for one of our free, no obligation, no cost buyer consultations, and you're ready to be purchasing a home and the getting ready steps have been completed, we'll go right into the next step. We're going to help you find your home. If it's been a little while since we met with you, it makes sense for us to sit down together again in the determining what's the best house for your family. And there's several factors that come together there. There certainly is what communities you'd like to live in, or what commute you want to work, or what amenities you would like in the neighborhood around you and what you're looking for. Well, you're looking for a community with a lot of young families, for example, and maybe you want a daycare or a playground nearby, and schools could be very important. Or are you looking for a community that's a little more urban with young professionals, for example, an area where you'd feel more comfortable? Or at the other end, are you a family who's been downsizing, the kids are moved out of the house, downsizing, and looking for an adult active community, or a community where there's a diversity of age ranges and people that you would feel comfortable having a cup of coffee with, for example. So we're looking at community. We're also looking at the house itself. What type of a house is the best fit for you? Condos, townhouses, detached single families, different types of communities. We'd like to work with you and give you prompting questions so that we have a very clear snapshot of what are good home options for you and what your dream home looks like. Based upon that very solid information that we're quite skilled in helping you to develop, make a very clear picture, we can wade through the many houses that are on the market and take you only to those houses that offer the highest probability of being something that you will really like. Some buyers, we look at 4 or 5 houses that know what they want, we move forward to offer. Have also worked with buyers that need to see more houses to eliminate other options or to learn more about what flow of a house works well with them. My team is very experienced in pointing out with every house the pluses and the minuses, and every house has pluses and minuses, to help you weigh what's the very best fit for your family. We will narrow the houses down, going out 1 time, 2 times, 3 times with you. We can certainly go out evenings or afternoons or weekends, whatever works best for your schedule. We're going to narrow those houses down to the 2 or 3, maybe 4 that seem to offer the best match with what you'd like to find and how we've been able to help you kind of narrow down to those houses. When we get to that narrow group, your top 3, if you will, we're going to set up the time to go back and look at each of them side by side. It's very interesting to see what you notice on a house the second time around that you didn't notice on the first. Now, of course, my team shows lots of home buyers. We look at lots of houses, which means we can point out things that you probably wouldn't notice in the house. But what we're looking for is that look in a buyer's eyes when they find the house, and that's capital T, capital H. You will find there is a house that feels like home to you for any number of reasons. I've had home buyers say it feels like home because it reminds me of my grandma's house. I've had home buyers say it feels like home to me because I've always wanted a glamour bathroom just like that one. I've had buyers say it feels like home. I don't know why, but when I walked in the door, I could see myself living here. And there really is a look you get in your eyes when it's the home for you. That's what we're trying to help you get to as quickly as possible. When we find that home, we're going to sit down with you and we're going to write up an offer. There's a couple of things we'll need at that point. We'll need a pre-qualification letter from a mortgage lender who's indicated that they're very likely to work with you. Our trusted lender partner, Kevin Martini at SunTrust, is more than happy to talk with you to arrange that pre-qualification letter. We're also going to write up an offer to purchase. The offer to purchase is a very interesting legal instrument in North Carolina. We will have you initial at the bottom of every page, sign the second to last page, and within the offer, we're going to give the terms on which you would be willing to buy the house at this purchase price, close on this date, these items, appliances, for example, to convey with the house. We're going to send that off to the seller, and the seller has one of 3 options. The seller may say, woohoo! woohoo, we got an offer. Initial next to your initials, sign underneath your signature, and that offer immediately becomes a legally binding contract under which the seller has to sell that house to you. The seller could also say, hey, I like many terms of this contract, but this isn't good and I want more money or whatever, and come back with a counter offer, which effectively kills the first offer. And then we negotiate back and forth, striving to come to terms that work for you and work for the seller. The third option is the seller could say, oh, I'm so offended, I hate you, never send me another offer. We suggest to our sellers, never a good strategy, but it is a chance that that could happen. Once all terms have been worked out, you are officially under contract. Congratulations, you are well on your way to buying your first home. We're going to pick up what happens at that point in the next series video, which is 3 in our series. But if you have any questions or would ever like to talk about the home buying or the home selling process, feel free to give us a call. We're the Francis Home Team at 919-882-3276, and we're looking forward to hearing from you and helping you or someone you know buy or sell a home in our area.